Hey guys, welcome in this new video. I hope that all of you are doing great. In this video, I will talk about my trading week, what happened and what can you learn from this. So just before that we start, as always, please leave a like under the video and make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. I'm trying to say this as fast as possible so we can get right into the content, alright? So, let's get into it. What happened in my trading week and what can you guys learn from this, which is a lot more important, of course. Well, it's pretty simple. Nothing happened in my week. I did not take any single trade, and as a matter of fact, in the last 3 weeks of my trading, I only took 2 trades. One of them was a break-even trade, the other one was a small losing trade. Now, I'm still holding a lot of trades that are more long-term, and these are doing great. But if we look at just the last 3 weeks, what really changed on my trading account? Well, pretty much nothing, right? And that's the point that I want to bring in on this video and to really make you guys understand it and kind of really, show you guys the reason why that is and why it's so important. So 3 weeks ago, I took 0 trade. 2 weeks ago, I took 2 trades. And this week, I took 0 trade. That's basically the idea. So in the last 3 weeks, well, nothing happened. And so the reason why I'm making a video about that is because it's really important for you guys to actually understand this, And, today we're Friday, and when I woke up this morning, I was asking myself, what video I could make. And I remember like 2 or 3 weeks ago when I made a trade breakdown video, or maybe a month ago, I'm not too sure. But I made a video to, just kind of show you guys my trades and the positions that I had. And I was like, okay, well, that would be nice to make another one, but I don't have any trades to show you guys. So there's not much to talk about, but I figured that I could talk exactly about this topic, which is not having trades, which is really important for your long-term success in trading. So the main problem that I've seen a lot of people dealing with this is that it's really hard to kind of accept the idea that in trading, the more that you trade doesn't mean the better your results will be, So in other areas of life, usually the more efforts that you put into something, the better the results, right? So if you have a business, well, the more that you work, the better the results will be, right? If you go to the gym and you want to get in shape, well, the more that you go, the better that you eat, the better the results will be, right? So it kind of always goes in that direction. Now in trading, it's not the same thing, all right? In trading, the hard part, right, the working part is learning how to trade. But once you have learned how to trade, once you are a good trader, then, the amount of hours that you will put in is not in correlation to the amount of money that you will make. It's actually the opposite. What I've found with a lot of experience, I've been trading for like 5 years right now, and from watching all my students, evolve and go through my course and things like that, one thing I can say is that once you have learned how to trade, the least amount of time that you spend on the market is usually the better. Especially if you use a trend following system, just like I do, where I work on higher time frames. So of course, this video is more applicable for people who, well, just like I said, work on higher time frame. So of course, if you are a short-term trader, you might have a lot more trades than I do, right? But is it a good thing? Well, not necessarily. And this is where a lot of people go wrong about it. Once again, the amount of trades that you take or the amount of hours that you spend in front of the chart is really not representative of the performance that you will actually have. And the reason why that is because once you have been trading the same way for a very long time, if you jump on a chart and you don't see straight away a trade setup, then there's probably no trade setup, okay? So personally, just like I said, I've been trading the same way for like 5 years, okay? So I know exactly what I'm looking for. I know exactly what I need to see on the chart for me to be able to take a trade, right? It's very, very clear, So when I jump on the chart, right, whether it's an old chart or a new chart, and I look at it, in like 5 seconds, I'm not even joking, 5 seconds, I know already if there's a trade or not. It's very, very fast, it's instantly. And so the reason why it's like that, it's because I've been trading the same for so long. So I know exactly what I'm looking for. And so my point is that if what you're looking for is not there, then you should not trade. And that's exactly what you should do, right? Not having a position sometimes is actually the best trade, right? When you sit on your capital and do nothing, well, sometimes that's the best thing that you can do, because if the market conditions are not, good enough for you to take a trade, well, then you need to have the discipline and tell yourself, okay, I will not trade. And that's exactly what you have to do. I basically didn't trade nothing for the past 3 weeks, right? I took 2 trades like 2 weeks ago, but that's pretty much it, and these trades were closed pretty early. One, as I said, was closed at break even, basically the day after, because I did not like the setup anymore. It did not develop the way I thought, so I just cut that break even. The other one, I think I kept it for like 2 days and it was a 0.5% loss, something like that. So, beside these 2 trades, which basically lasted in total 2 or 3 days, well, I did nothing for the past 3 weeks on my trading accounts. And that's really hard, to accept this, especially if you are a full-time trader, just like I'm doing, because then you might start to tell yourself that you are not productive, that you are wasting your time. But in reality, you're not wasting your time. That's exactly what it is, like that's the business of trading, right? If you're looking for action, if you're looking for something that's always moving, go into a business, right? Start a business, don't trade if you're looking for action, because trading is actually very boring when you do it like professionals do it, right? And so the least amount of time that you spend in front of the market, personally, is what I found for me working the best. So in that kind of situation where I don't have any good setups, I just do nothing, As I said, I have a couple of long-term positions right now on commodities, which I'm still holding, and they're doing very well, but I have nothing to do, right? I'm just riding the trend, basically. So the trend is still up, I'm keeping the trade, and that's really as simple as that, I've been tracking a little closely silver this week, because I thought we would get the breakout, which we did not. Well, we did get it, but then it came back down. So, now we kind of need to wait and see what is the next move that the market has for us. But beside that, really, I haven't been checking anything else. So really, for the past 3 weeks, I would say that I probably spent on average maybe 30 minutes maximum per day on the charts. And some days it's 5, 10, 15 minutes. It's very not a lot of time, that I spent in front of the market, especially during those moments. And actually, I have a trading rule that says that I should not spend more than 2 hours per day in front of the market at any given time. And 2 hours per day for me is actually a lot. It's very, very rare that I will spend 2 hours per day in front of the market. The only kind of situation where I would spend that much time is if there is a important event going on. So for example, in a couple of months, we will have the US election. So that day, right, where there is the election, I will probably spend a good 2 hours on the chart. So just reading what's going on, looking at the poll, looking at the charts, the reaction, if there's not any setup and things like that. So when there is something, big happening, I will spend a little more time. But if it's just a regular trading day, which is the case for like 90% of the days, right? Well, I will not spend nearly, not even close to 2 hours. Maybe, as I said, 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, maybe 1 hour, depending on what's actually going on. But it's really not a lot, And so that is what has been working the best for me. And if I look at my own behaviors, what I've found as well is that if there are times where I try to spend too much time in front of the charts, it's because I'm searching for opportunities that are not really there. And so just like I said, when you have a lot of experience, the opportunities will come to you. Because as I said, you will just jump on the chart and right away you will see the trade. You will not even have to think about it or to analyze the chart, right? So when you have so much experience, you get to a point where you don't really analyze the chart, right? You just look at it and you can see clearly what you're seeing, and what you want to see to be able to take a trade. If it's there, you take a trade. If it's not there, you do nothing. It's really that simple, When you keep things simple like that, it makes a huge difference, So that is to put in context of someone who has a lot of experience. So if you don't have a lot of experience, or if you're kind of new to this industry, then that video is probably not very applicable to you. But if you have some experience and if you know how to trade and if you know what you're looking for, that's exactly what you should be doing in reality. So in the morning, you wake up, you take a look at the charts, you identify if there is some potential setups that you want to take. If there are some, then you follow them throughout the day. if there's nothing, well, you just, you know, get away from the charts and go do something. That's exactly what I'm doing, and that is what has been working the best for me. So that was my trade breakdown of the week, I guess we could say. So, well, no trade, but that in itself, just like I explained, is kind of a breakdown in itself, right? Because no position sometimes is actually the best positions that you can have. So if I look at my charts right now, I don't see really anything worth to trade. I don't see anything worth to risk my money on. So why would I trade, right? It doesn't make any sense. So in those moments, you wait, you stop being greedy, right? You build some discipline, and then you enjoy the success which will come later when these opportunities will shape up. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I gave you guys, you know, a good context to this idea, which is really important, I believe, because I see a lot of people over trading all the time, and it's really not good. So this video was kind of to answer this question, right? If we could say it that way. So if you enjoyed this video, please share it around. I would really appreciate it. Make sure you leave as well a like on the video. And yeah, so on that, take care, trade with care, manage money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.